Hello everyone, today we're going to take a look at transactions. So as I said in the last tutorial, these are really good to use when you're updating live data in case you make a mistake, and also in scenarios where you need to make sure that everything in the code sequence is successful or roll back to the starting point or save point. So I'm just going to use the same code from the last tutorial because I've already written it and it's handy. And I'll just show you how to check if there are any open transactions within your session. Now you'll just write select at tran count. So if I run that, we can see that it's currently 0, and ideally we want to keep it that way all the time. So just show you how this works with a rollback first of all. I've just nicked one of the deletes that I showed you in the last tutorial, but you don't have to do delete. You can put update, or you can put lots of things in between these two sections here, and we're just writing begin tran, what we want it to do, and then rollback at the end there. So if I run this here without the rollback, we can see that has deleted number 2, and if I run select at tran count, we can see here we now have an open transaction. So I'll just roll it back and we can see there that it actually hasn't deleted anything there, so that's good. Now ideally you'll run this all in one statement and not leave any transactions open ever, because that will create a lock on the table. So I'll probably do a tutorial actually on locking and blocking in the future, but just to show you this, if I run this half again here now, and then in another session, if I just try and select from that table, we can see here now that this is not returning, and that's because it's locked here. If I roll that back, we see there that that will then return. So it's never good to leave transactions open there at all. You can also name transactions if you want to, like if you've got a few of these like nested and it makes it easier to read or something, you can call it like Fred here if you want to there. I'm not actually aware of any benefit or reason to naming it apart from readability, so if you guys do know of anything, then yeah, please let me know in the comments, that would be great. But otherwise, yeah, you can name it there or not name it, it's up to you. So to commit a transaction, we've just changed the rollback there to commit, and if we run that, we can see here now that our customer ID 2 has actually been deleted now. So you can nest transactions, but you do need to be aware of certain features, I guess you'd call it, when doing this, because in my opinion they do not behave as I would have initially expected. So if we look over here, we can see that I've got a begin tran here, we've got a delete, then we've got another begin tran and another delete there. And I'll show you the tran count here in between running it so that you can see what's happening. Now lesson number 1 here is that a rollback after any number of begin trans will roll back all of them. So we'll see when we run this in a moment that this rollback statement will roll back both of these transactions. So by the time we get to here, we're going to get an error because there's no open transaction for it to actually roll back. So we can see that there, and if we go to the results window here, we can see here we run begin tran, so we've got one open transaction. We select the data and we've got our 3 records here. We open another transaction which increments our tran count to 2. We then check what we've got after deleting customer 1, and we've just got 3 and 4. And then we delete customer ID 4 so that we've got just number 3. And then after we roll back and select at tran count, we've now got no open transactions there. And then this rollback here fails, and then we can see from the select here that actually none of our customers have been deleted because we did roll it back there. Now, on the contrary, lesson number 2 for this is that a commit will only commit when it's the outermost commit, so the inner ones will actually not do anything if you have a rollback afterwards. So we can see this here. If I change this inner rollback to a commit and leave the outer as a rollback and execute that, we can see here that it says that it's done it here. We've got no errors, and we can see that our tran count goes from 1 to 2 and then back down to 1 after this commit. So it has reduced our tran count, yet because we have an outer rollback here, we can see there that even though the commit did run successfully, it did not commit the delete. And so we've still got the same number of customers there as we started with. So if I do want it all to commit, I have to change the outer one to commit, and we can see here that we now only have 1 customer left. So I'll just delete our data here and repopulate it. And then let's just have a quick look at save points here. So we can set save points during a transaction if we want to be able to roll back to certain points, which you can see in this window here. So I've got my transaction with a rollback, and then I've also got a save point here which I've called T1. So we can see here that we've got our 4 customers. We are deleting customer number 1 and then setting a save point. We can see here that customer ID 1 has now gone, and then we delete customer ID number 4. So we can see here that customer ID 1 and 4 have now gone. And then we roll back to transaction 1. So we can see here that this delete of customer 4 is going to have gone, which it has, but customer 1 has still been deleted because it's before the save point. But we are actually rolling it all back there, so we'll still have all 4 customers. And if I change this to a commit, we can see here that it rolls back the delete of number 4 like we've told it to up to here, but that it does delete customer number 1. So now we just have customers 2, 3 and 4 left. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that is clear and made sense to you all. So if you enjoyed the tutorial, please like and subscribe to our channel, and feel free to add any comments below. The next tutorial in this series, I'm going to redo the insert, update and delete statements used with joins, so we can see how having a join there will impact the syntax there. So yeah, thank you for watching.